about this problem? Okay, what is the answer for this one? So you have to be careful with these problems. Remember, this very basic idea, right? The more particles you put into your liquid, the solvent, the more particles you put, the more the increase of the boiling point and the more the decrease of the melting point, right? So the more particles, higher boiling point, lower freezing point. When you say lower freezing point, that means higher number, absolute value from zero. You see, that's what many students make a mistake here. They don't pay attention to that. When you say more particles, lower melting point, right? Lower melting point, that means higher absolute value from zero. Minus 20, it's much lower than minus 5. Minus 20 is much lower than 5, but 20 is bigger than 5, so that can make confusion. So you pay attention to that, right? Lower means larger absolute value of temperature, right?
What about the complex with consequence there?
Well, then you do accordingly, right? But we're talking about water now, right? So what is the answer then here? The answer should be B. Why? Because when you put chlorine, it stays as molecules. All the other ones give you pieces, more particles, right? So that will produce the less number of particles. Less number of particles will be the lower increase and the lower decrease of melting point, right? How is mine, Will? Are you tired?
A bit.
A little bit?
I'm fine though.
5-10 minutes?
It's fine.
Okay, how about this problem now? This problem is about vapor pressure. So, we said a few things about vapor pressure we want to be careful with, right? Remember? The first thing you need to recall is how many people tonight here, just curious, are here but they are not in our section. They're not my students right now. Let me see your hand. How many? Okay. So what do we say? Do you remember how we define vapor pressure? How did we define vapor pressure? Closed system. And the vapor pressure, very important statement, depends on temperature, but not on, it does not depend on, come on what? We emphasize that in lecture. It does not depend on what? It depends on temperature, but it does not depend on?
External pressure?
On external pressure. The boiling point depends on external pressure, not the vapor pressure. We explained it, we emphasized it, and you see you forgot about it.
I didn't.
You didn't. What should we give you now? Should I throw you an orange?
Yes.
Here's an orange.
Yes.
All right. So the external, so the vapor pressure, as you can see from there, right? All is about external pressure depending on different factors, but we know it depends only on temperature. And since the temperature is always for every answer the same, then the answer is what? The answer should be then what? For 7. E. The answer is E. Because the vapor pressure of the liquid depends only on the temperature, not on external pressure. Remember how we define it, a closed system. It has nothing to do with what pressure is outside. Equilibrium between liquid and gas. Closed system. Remember the definition? Yes? Okay. How about number 8? What for factor? So you have sulfuric acid. No, it does. It does. That's why it says very dilute. Because we would not say anything, would not be correct to give an answer. And to emphasize, and it really emphasizes it. It emphasizes it. It's very dilute. Why? Because sulfuric acid is a diprotic acid. The first ionization is complete, 100%, but the second is weak acid. Okay? So it really does not give you 2 particles per 1 molecule of sulfuric acid unless it's very dilute. We're going to see later that as we increase the dilution and its low concentration, the percent ionization increases. So when it's really dilute, you can say the percent ionization even for a weak acid is 100%. So that's why it says very dilute. So you consider that per molecule of sulfuric acid, you get how many particles? How many? How many? 3. You get 2 hydrogen ions and 1 sulfate ion, 2 ions, right? So the answer is 3 is C. How many people missed this problem? Let's see, raise your hand. How many people missed it? Only you? You are tired to lift up your hand. Quite a few people missed it. You need to know a few things to get it right, right? Why is it 3? Right? Can you see it? No? 2 molecules of water, they take the 2 protons to become hydrogen ions, 1 sulfate ion stays. So per 1 molecule of sulfuric acid, you get 2 hydrogen ions and 1 sulfate ion. That's 3 particles. Very dilute, 3 particles. It's very dilute. Okay, maybe we should do the last one. How about if we do this? What's the question? We're going to do number 17. You forgot who's driving the boat. Who's the driver? Huh? Who's driving? All right, you guys. So this is actually a slide we saw in lectures. There was a time in the past that there was a problem. So we have what? Molar heat of fusion. Solid to go to liquid per mole, you need so much energy. Here it says in the